exactly at the end of the year. Along with all the great activities going on throughout the year, this year, at the end of the season, the banquet will be held at the, where was it again? I'm sorry. The St. Pete Coliseum this year. So it's going to be a big deal this year. These guys have worked hard to redo a lot of things and get everything back on track, and we're looking forward to it. I want to introduce you to you real quick. First of all, the head right here, Sherry Phillips. There's Sherry, she's here. Debbie alone, where's Debbie? There's Debbie down there. I don't know all these folks, so I'm going to try to.
One is Mike Heingardner. And let's see, we got the 75, that'll be driven by Frank Niles. Pat Grimes will be in the 00. All right, they're going to take the field around one time through that speaker up here to us, and as long as I can read them, why, we'll announce them. All right, green is out. Here we go. Heat race number 1 for the Auto Trader Street Stocks, our first race of the new season. Robert Crisp grabs the early advantage, and we've got hooked up, but they're still going, although Grimes with a lot of smoke out of that 00. James Everett trying to make a move on the front straightaway on Robert Crisp. The battle for the lead continues. Pat Grimes in the 00 again, is still showing that smoke. It looks like it's going to earn him a black flag from David Waters here. Black flag out on Pat Grimes in the 00 car. Up front, a 2-car breakaway. Robert Crisp in the 2 and James Everett in the 19. Frank Niles still holding on to that 3rd spot in the 75, just in front of Kevin Butland in the 38. Mike Heingardner trying to move down to the inside and get that 4th position. Mark Cooper's right behind him with the 7. The leaders work out of 4. Watch out, Niles got way up high coming off of 4. That's going to give Heingardner plenty of room to the inside. He'll take over the 3rd spot as Niles starts to slip back. Mark Cooper's going to move up into 4th in the 7 car. Leader Robert Crisp goes around the 30 car. Richard Crisp puts him a lap down. James Everett still tagging along in that 2nd spot. Robert Crisp, made a little tap over there, goes full 360, watch out, oh! Mark Cooper got into the side of it. Mark didn't have anywhere to go. Again, the cleanup continues. Obviously busted radiator on the 7-car Cooper, and they're having to clean up the water from that. Well, apparently Robert drove the car around and it was starting to drag something wrong with the machine. He's back out of it again. Green's back out. Mike Heingardner is now the leader in the Brothers Transmission sponsored car, and he's setting sail from Frank Niles right now. The guy under charge at the moment is Alan Summers in the 26. He tries to get underneath Kevin Butland, but the white flag is out. Just 1 lap to go. And Mike Heingardner looks like he may well take the first checkered flag of the new year as he leads the field down into turn 3, and now out of turn number 4. David Waters going to wave the checkered flag, and the win going to go to Mike Heingardner. 2nd spot to Frank Niles in the 75. Gerhardt takes home the 4th spot, the 3rd spot in the 94. 4th goes to the 26 of Alan Summers. And I believe Kevin Butler. And we'll get set to bring out heat race number 2. All right, getting the field set and ready to go. Race number 2 for the Auto Trader Street Stocks as they make their way out of turn 4. Green is out. We're underway. Todd Murphy, former track champion here in the division, starting on that pole position and makes quick work of getting that lead. Watch the team cars racing side by side with Ed Summers back there. Corky Craver diving underneath Chet Sinakosoff to get a spot. Up front, Barry Bartlett trying to hang on to that second position, but here comes Steve Alone in the 20. Has got some position down to the inside of the racetrack. Still trying to find room down there. Rick Niemiller gets a little out of shape in the 56 car as he was trying to find a way around Bobby Baldwin in the 57. Here's Alone to the inside of Barry Bartlett now for second spot. And Steve Alone takes the middle of the racetrack away from Bartlett and will take over that second spot. Bobby Baldwin hanging on to fourth right now as Corky Craver begins to work the outside lane. Niemiller fighting back to the inside in the 56. Halfway signal out, Murphy leading the field around in the 3 car. Steve Alone in second, but has not been able to close the distance. Still a good battle for fourth, fifth, and sixth. Baldwin still heading that group as they come out of fourth. Six laps now completed in this second Auto Trader Street Stock heat. And the top 3 cars pretty much set right now as they run out of turn 4 to the white flag. 1 lap to go. Bobby Baldwin still hanging on to that 4th spot in the 57. And down to the checkered flag. It's Todd Murphy taking home the win. Steve Alone finishes second in the 20. Barry Bartlett gets the 3rd spot, and watch out. Ooh, a little bit of a tangle there coming across the line. And Bartlett got 3rd, Baldwin got 4th, and I think Rick Niemiller got 5th, just doing the slide for life down into turn 1. Is that my birthday present? That's not even present and accounted for. By the way, we want to congratulate Doug Hopper here in the mini stock division, driver of car number 15. Doug went out and won as well as he did over there. And Mary Green out of our mini stock division was 6th in the points over there. All right, Green is out. We are underway. As Glenn Kelly in the 16 trying to grab that early lead. Rick Beinecke a little sideways in the 93. James Glover looking down to the inside in that 1 car. They'll fight it out coming off a 4. 1 car sliding a little high. That is Reifner in the 98. He's gotten the black flag anyway, so he'll pull out of it. And now the leader pulls off the track. Glenn Kelly with trouble in the number 16. Again, on these opening nights, you never know what gremlins might crop up, and obviously already has bitten Kelly in the 16. Well, James Glover has the lead right now. Marty Nikens running in the 2nd spot. Rick Beinecke trying to hang on here. But Andy Green's right behind him, along with Tim McPhail and Doug Hopper, all challenging him for position. Glenn Kelly gets back out on the track in the 16, but it looks like he's just slowed up and headed for the pits. He's going to be a bit of an obstacle here for this battle for 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th. James Glover still hanging on to the top spot in that number 1. Tim McPhail has gotten himself around Andy Green and has moved himself up into the 4th spot now in the number 30. McPhail challenging Beinecke now as they work out of turn number 2. Leaders closing in, and Raymond Duffy right in front of the leaders, right in the groove. Whoops, McPhail going around in the 30. Over in turns 3 and 4, he'll get it off to the infield and continue. Up front, Marty Nikens right on the bumper now of James Glover as they'll get the white flag this time by. 1 lap to go. Glover trying to hold on here. They're closing in on Glenn Kelly in the 16, who's still running out there. Was the early leader of the event before pulling off the track. James Glover will win it in the number 1. Marty Nikens gets 2nd in the 70. 3rd will go to the 93 of Beinecke. 4th spot to Doug Hopper in the 15, and 5th spot to the 12 of Andy Green. move into the mini stock division, maybe get ready to go here next Saturday night. Be in the 41, Mike Bruno. He'll be in the 71 car. There's another mini stock, by the way, that is for sale. Tom Meyer will be in the Swanson Market 04. Brian, 8 laps with a one-stop auto parts mini stocks. Here they come out of turn number 4. We'll look for the green flag. We've got it. We're underway. Jay Zolciak wasting a little time, grabbing the early advantage in his Interbay Marine mini stock. Steve Pilo works his way into the second position. Lee Blakesley hanging on to third, but boy, oh boy, they're coming at him quick here. Mackie Mongold on the charge to the inside, gets around Gary Moore, and now puts the challenge on Blakesley for the third spot. They get together a little bit down in turn 1. We've got cars slipping and sliding all over the place up there. Up front, the lead with the 69 car, Jay Zolciak. We've got Durbin in the 64, getting himself turned around down here, and he'll get it back underway though. Jay Zolciak, they'll work their way through this little bit of dirt kicked up there by Durbin. Zolciak's car doesn't seem to be real strong down the straightaways, but it's handling good in the corners at the moment. Mackie Mongold in that third position now that he's gotten around Lee Blakesley. We've got him 3 wide for 4 spot. Bruno trying to get to the inside of Gary Moore, and Skip Buchanan working the outside lane. And Buchanan's going to lead him around that time. Halfway signal, he is out. Halfway signal in our second one-stop auto parts mini stock heat event. Mackie Mongold really trying to chase these guys down, but whoa, watch out, Lee Blakesley about took the 49 of Buchanan up into the wall out of turn 4, but Skip moves up and takes over the 4th spot. Now Mike Bruno is looking to get into the top 5 as he's inside of Blakesley going into turn 3. Valdez in the 40, he's trying to move up through there as well. Hoping to challenge Bruno for that 5th position. White flag will be out this time. 1 lap to go for Jay Zolciak in the number 68 car. Or excuse me, 69 they've changed that to this year. One car having a little trouble, Mark Moniz here. The checkered flag comes out. Jay Zolciak wins it in the 69. Second spot to Steve Pilo in the 81. Third to Mackie Mongold in the 22. 4th spot going to the 49 to Skip Buchanan. And coming home 5th, Mike Bruno in the number 71. In Speedway, but of course it's available, brought right to your door. Number of locations around the... Yeah, a little bit ragged trying to get that start off. All right, there is the green flag. We're underway as Luke Hill jumps out to the early advantage in the 41. Grenowitz a whoops. We got Catalano spinning around in a 76. He'll get it back underway though. Caffey in the 51 in that 3rd spot now, but Jim Keelan's trying to make a move on him as well. And now your leader, Luke Hill, pulls down to the inside of the racetrack on the backside, and he apparently has some problems. So troubles for Luke Hill in the 41. Toby Grenowitz takes over the lead. Jim Keelan has moved his way into the 2nd spot in the 4th. Jack Caffey hangs on to 3rd, and then Doug Catalano after that early spin well back in 4th. Halfway signal will come out this time. Starter Laverne Patrick. Halfway, 4 down and 4 to go. Right, white flag about to come out. Toby Grinowitz still hanging on to this top spot in the 48. Jim Keelan's been able to cut the lead a little bit, but looks like he's going to run out of time here. Toby Grinowitz setting the pace out of turn 4 down to the checkered flag, and he'll take the win. Grinowitz wins it. Jim Keelan second in the 4. Jack Caffey will get third in the 51. Doug Catalano will take fourth in the number 76, and Luke Hill will be credited with and apparently Mowry is elected to go to the rear of the field with his car, so Walmart outside pole. All right, looking for a green, but I don't think we're going to get one here either. They couldn't quite keep them side by side long enough to get the job. All right, there's the green. We've got it. We're underway. Gary Robertson able to outdrag Richard Kelly down into turn 1. Ronnie Larson into that 3rd spot. Leaders will work off of 4. Robertson trying to hold off Richard Kelly's Carbrite special there. Gary Robertson still holding on to that top spot in the 1X. Boy, Richard Kelly all over him right now. Ronnie Larson just waiting to see what's going to happen. Billy Mowry is up into the 4th spot. Robertson in the 1X car, hanging on to the top spot. Gary Robertson still holds on to that top spot. Richard Kelly all over his bumper. They look for the white flag this time by as Rick Martin hits pit side. And oh, Robertson in trouble. He spun coming off the corner. Richard Kelly had to back out of it, and Ronnie Larson drove right around him, and now we'll get a caution. Second, Mowry running in the 3rd spot, and Weidrich 4th. Green is out. We're underway. They'll race back to the white flag this time by. White flag is out. 1 lap to go. And a checkered flag out. Gary Robertson will hang in there for the win. 2nd spot going to the 58 of Ronnie Larson. 3rd, there's their phone number back there, 530-5656. Well, interestingly enough, the 2 NASCAR Nana cars going to start side by side, Craver and Sinakosa. A couple of cars that were supposed to start up near the front of the field have elected toward the back. So we'll have Alan Summers up on front, along with the 55 of Sellers, and then it gets a little jumbled up after that. But we're underway nonetheless. Alan Summers grabbing the early advantage. Gerhardt moves up to that 2nd spot. Corky Craver already on the charge in the number 5. Keep your eye on him. Whoa! They got him spinning around in 3 and 4. Watch out. Everybody made it through there without too much damage. James Everett getting turned around over there. Niemiller's involved. Todd Murphy into 3. I don't think he hit anything. He just slowed down to avoid everybody else. All right, right, green back out. We have got one lap officially completed. Alan Summers leading the way. Billy Gerhardt running in the second spot. Corky Craver's all over him right now. Dave Sellers trying to hang on to that fourth position. Yeah, some spots being swapped back in the middle of the pack. Alan Summers hold on to that top spot. We may have a change coming up in second now as Craver works his way to the inside of Gerhardt. They bump and bang over there, but Craver able to get by and pick up the spot. Whoa, we got Rick Niemiller spinning here on a front straightaway. He'll be out of the way, though. Lead still with Alan Summers. Still a long way to go. Corky Craver, he'll be tough. Racing for NASCAR Nana tonight. Gerhardt hanging on to third. Sellers is fourth. Jim Hoole right now holding on to fifth, but he has a host of challengers, including Chet Sinakosoff, who's got a fender alongside in that battle for fifth position. Sinakosoff moves up to fifth, and Steve Alone is right behind him in the 20. Leader's already into some lap traffic. Niemiller's back on the track at a 56. He's just in front of the lead car, Alan Summers. Battles are on here. Sellers trying to hold off Sinakosoff. They bang together going down into turn one. And again, they'll bump and bang down the backstretch as Steve Alone looks to the inside of the 20. Well, here is some fender rubbing going on out there. Sinakosoff moves up into the fourth spot, and looks like Steve Alone is going to slide through and get that fifth position as we've got a spinner, Robert Crisp, going around in the 2, facing the wrong direction in turns 1 and 2 to bring out the second caution flag. And now we've got Jim Hoole and checkered flags on sale right now. They're just $2. I'm going to wave those checkered flags at the drivers. Green is out. We're underway. Alan Summers. And he'll have a mission now to try to hold off the 5-car Corky Craver. And Corky is on a mission tonight. He's got his teammate not that far behind him, Chet Sinakosoff. Keep your eye on those two, because they say they got a reason to run tonight. Corky Craver again trying to get a look to the inside, going into turn 3. He and Alan Summers may have bumped just a little bit. Summers slides way up high out of 4. Corky Craver trying to take over the lead as they work out of turn number 2. A couple of cars getting hooked up and spinning down in turn 1. Heimgardner, oh, he got clipped by a couple of cars. Everybody else trying to avoid him. Green remains out, but now the caution. Caution is out. Heimgardner does get underway, but not before the caution. And the Bud Light 125 for the Florida Pro Series coming up here on April 5th. So a lot of action coming up in the next few weeks. As the green's back out, here we go. We have 9 laps completed, so we're getting ready to come down to halfway. Now we go back to the last completed lap. That is why Alan Summers is back out front. He was leading at the completion of lap 9. They'll get the halfway signal. There are 10 down and 10 to go. Bill Gerhardt with a good run tonight in the 94, still hanging on to third, but Sinakosoff trying to get around him. Here comes Steve Alone in the 20, working the high side. Frank Niles in the 75 has spun down here to bring out the caution with now 10 laps completed. Go. As we get ready to get the green, Dave Waters, our assistant flagman, waves it, and we're back underway. Alan Summers doing everything he can to hang on here, but Corky Craver continues to put on the pressure. Craver again trying to find some room as they hit turn 1. Gerhardt, the 94, holds on to third. Sinakosoff right down into the infield trying to get around him. They get tangled up. Craver able to keep it going, but boy, they got things stacked up behind them. Going very, very fast. You need to get down there and get it tonight because it may not be here next week. Right now, we're going to go back to green. We've got 11 laps completed. Alan Summers is held on through thick and thin so far. Took advantage of one caution flag and has been taking advantage of the rest of them. Boy, Corky Craver is on the charge now. Corky knows he's got Steve. Steve is not afraid to move up on the high side of the racetrack either. Takes it right to the wall. We got a great three-way battle. Look at Pat Grimes in the 00. He got in as an alternate, and he has moved now to the 4th spot. Challenge for the lead now is Corky Craver in the number 5. Takes over the top spot. Steve alone is going to follow him through on the inside to take over second. Sellers in the 55 and Baldwin in the 57 have both gotten around Ed Kidwell. We've got a caution. Caution coming out. Bobby Montezuma spun around over here into Grimes. Boy, he's done the job tonight, up to 4th after coming in as an alternate. Dave Sellers running 5th. And now Ed Kidd in 6th as the green is out. We're underway. Corky Craver pointed the wrong way here into 75. He fires it up. Whoa, I don't know about coming out that way, but he's able to get it going before the leaders get by. Craver, Summers, and alone. Running nose to tail down the backside. Lap starting to wind down now. Niles will go a lap down here as Corky Craver continues to lead the way. Don Murphy on the charge now, trying to move up. He's the inside of Ed Kidd for 6th spot. Watch how Niles got sideways again in front of those cars. Murphy to the inside of Sellers now, and that'll be for 5th spot. So Don Murphy moves up into the top 5. Got a good late charge here. 3 laps remain as they come by this time. Corky Craver, Alan Summers, Steve Malone, and Pat Grimes all running together. Now Gary Bartlett has spun around over in turns 3 and 4, and looks like he's going to sit there and bring out the caution. The caution is out with 3 laps remain in this one. Corky Craver trying to bring home a very emotional win tonight if he can. Alan Summers trying to stick with him. Steve alone hanging on now. It's Todd Murphy in the 3. Here's the guy who's been on the charge. Keep an eye on him now as we've got 2 laps to go. Pat Grimes in the 00. Had that great run from the rear of the field. Here's Steve alone. He's got room to the inside on Summers. Will he be able to make a pass here? Summers shuts the door. White flag coming out. 1 lap remaining. 1 to go. Alan Summers looks like he may be able to hang on to that 2nd spot. The battle's going to be for 4th and 5th. Has the checkered flag out on Corky Craver. And some good side-to-side racing back in the middle of the pack for more positions. Right down to the checkered flag. But a big win tonight for Corky Craver in the number 5. 2nd spot to the 26 of Alan Summers, who led a good portion of the race. Steve Malone to the 20 comes home 3rd. A good run for Pat Grimes, who again got in as an alternate. Came home 4th, and then late charge there running Todd Murphy. Craver will get the opportunity to take his car around the track with the checkered flag. Of course, all the folks who've got will weigh some t-shirts. There he is, everybody. Let's hear it for Corky Craver. He is your winner. Our first feature winner for 1997. Let's go down to Rick.
All right, we're down here trackside with Corky. And as soon as he gets all his congratulations here, we'll talk to him. I almost got run over. Jill Marie's bothering me already. Corky, turn around here, buddy. I know there's a lady that she was here tonight. Be standing right there at that fence screaming and yelling for you. I know you guys wanted to win this before tonight. Yeah, bring that car down, definitely. It's just great. Car ran awful good there. You waited with patience. Finally opened up the door there. The 26 car moved up and let you go through there. I don't think he moved up. He just moved the thing down. I'm wondering how many times I'm going to have to pass it. Well, you guys worked hard for the run tonight. Congratulations. Thank you very much. I'm not sure if I want to let you talk. Be nice. Just be nice. Uh-oh, there's a guarantee. Well, let's hear it from Ricky Graver as win tonight. Congratulations, and once again for NASCAR Nana night. All our prayers go out to her tonight, and I know we'll pass along our best wishes. Dave, back up to you.
Yeah, I'm sure that'll bring a big smile to her over there in the hospital when she finds out that Corky won. Of course, we still got the figure 8 race coming up. Chet will be in that one too. So I'm sure Chet will be trying extra hard in that one as well to get a win. Okay, now as I said, I wanted you to take out your white ring. Frank Hill looks like he may be going to make quick work of Steven here. Frank Hill in his 55 Chevrolet, painted up with the colors of the fire department he works for, and he'll take home the win. Moves on to Donnie Hine in that old pickup truck. Donnie got the jump big time. Donnie Hines. The winner of this race will face Frank Hill in, I guess, the only semifinal we'll have tonight, because we only have 6 cars. And here.
I don't know if that's an advantage or not.
Moves into the final to face either Frank Hill or Donnie Hines. Doug Embry gets the whole shot in the Silver Bullet pickup and looks pretty good right now. As it comes down to the checkered flag, and Doug Embry will move on, eliminating Jim Bargo. Embry will race in the final. This is the semifinal round. Green coming out. Both of them coming up through the gears. Again, Frank Hill has that advantage being down on the inside of the racetrack. He's got the lead as they work down into turn 3. And coming down to the checker, Frank Hill going to hang on and win it over Donnie Hines. This is for tonight's win in the oval drags. Get off the line pretty close. Yeah, we've got a pretty good race going on here, but again, Embry up on that outside. Not enough room up there. Let's see what's going to happen. Whoa, he gets a little sideways, and that's going to hand it right over to Frank Hill in the 55. Toby Grenowitz says Robertson really went for a wild ride. And tonight's Domino's Pizza open wheel modified feature. Again, 20 laps is the distance. 20 laps. All right, green is out. We're underway. Jim Keelan jumps out to the early advantage in the 4. Ronnie Larson up on that outside lane, slipping back a spot. Whoa, got way loose up there. He's dropped 2 spots now as Robertson and Kelly have both gotten around him. And here comes Luke Hill in the 41 to the inside as Larson drops back into 5th, and he's off the pace. Jack Caffey and Billy Mallory about got together trying to work their way through turn 1. Luke Hill very loose in the 41 car now. And we've got a caution coming out. Caution. And the green back out. We're underway. Gary Robertson setting the pace in the 1X. Richard Kelly now right behind him in the 61, and then Luke Hill in the 41. Three laps in the record books. Tight battle still up front with Robertson leading the way. And we got Jack Caffey all the way around, full 360, a little tire smoke, and he's right back in it again. Robertson again not showing any real ill effects there. He backed out of it a little bit, I think, when he saw that tire smoke, and Kelly able to get outside of him. Richard Kelly got a little loose, and look at this. The 2 leaders caught napping there by Luke Hill in the 41, who takes over the top spot. Now Kelly's back to the outside again, trying to get around him. Leaders again to the stripe. side by side with Luke Hill and Richard Kelly Jr. Robertson now looking back at him from third. Kelly working to the high side as they come off turn number 4. Richard Kelly trying to take the line away. Slides a little high into one, but still got a good run off the corner. And he's able to get it down on the inside groove into turn 3. Can he hang on here? Richard Kelly now with the top spot in the 61. Luke Hill maintains second, Gary Robertson third, Billy Mowry is fourth, and Ronnie Larson back on the track in the 58 is fifth. Coming up on the halfway signal, Kelly starts to stretch his advantage now over Luke Hill. Halfway, 10 down and 10 to go. Jerry Roberts keeping the pressure on the 41 of Hill. That battle for second continues. Kelly seems to have gotten himself out front and just running some good solid laps now. Meanwhile, Ronnie Larson has caught Billy Mowry trying to go around him on the outside. Whoa, and Mowry gets turned around here on the front straightaway, well off down into the figure 8 course. 5 laps to go. And this time by 5 to go for Richard Kelly as he continues to lead it. Luke Hill and Gary Robertson still running right together in that battle for second. Leaders put a lap on Rick Martin in the 7. He pulls well up high off the turn 2 area to let the leaders by. And they now come up to put a lap on Bobby Weidrich in the 11. Two laps to go will be the signal given by starter Laverne Patrick this next time around. 2 laps remaining. Look at Luke Hill. He's not about to give up here. He takes a look to the inside. White flag will be coming out this time. 1 lap to go. Getting set to come down to the checkered flag. It'll be Richard Kelly bringing home the win. Luke Hill gets second spot. Catalano, in his first run in a modified tonight, comes home with a top 5 finish, getting the 5th spot.
Here tonight? Yeah, it seems like every race, we kid around all the time in the pit, we said we're going to rub each other. Next thing I end up dumping him in the heat race, and then we get together here in the feature, but hey, that's just racing. All right, congratulations, and keep that roll going. Thanks a lot, Rick. All right, Richard Kelly, the winner here tonight. Speaking of, oh, hey, Shane, how you doing, buddy? All righty. Well, we got 2 feature winners down for the new season, Dave. It's time to look at this.
Well, actually 3 if you bring in Frank Hill. I mean, he won the
I'm sorry. Yeah, I didn't want to forget it. 3.
Well, you keep forgetting about Frank, boy, and he's going to start forgetting about you.
I know, I forgot. I'm 3, and now we're going to go to the mini stock division. Good field.
He'll line up there to the outside of row 5. Gary Moore will be driving the 55th birthday, going out to Nicholas from all of his friends. go. 20 laps the distance with a one-stop auto parts mini stocks, and we are underway. Doug Hopper gets the jump from the outside of row 1, takes over the early lead. Tom Meyer sitting in that second spot now as Tim McPhail works the 30 car to the high side of Mike Bruno to the battle for third. Andy Green looking for some room there along with the 40 of Dennis Valdez. So far, so good. And a big lead here early for Doug Hopper, about 4 car lengths as they work off of turn 4. Here's McPhail looking to the outside of Meyer now for position. Down the back straightaway, a couple of cars also trying to make moves. Valdez in the 40, Mongold in the 22 looking for some room. Glover's back there in the 1. He won a heat race earlier. He's got a fast car, but he's got a lot of competition there. Marty Nikens in the 70 also trying to find some room. And Zolciak trying to get into this thing in the 69 as well. Doug Hopper sort of out there by himself. After that, though, it's a big scramble. Second right on back. Leaders will put a lap on Mark Pettit in the 02. Meyer slips a little high off of 4, but McPhail couldn't take advantage of it. He'll continue in the 3rd spot. Valdez trying to find a way around Bruno. Valdez and Mongold bumped a little bit coming off the 2. We got a caution. A couple of cars getting hooked up down here in 4. Randy Foote and I believe Mark Moniz were the 2. Here's the green. We're back underway. Doug Hopper has had everything pretty much his own way for the first 5 laps. A lot of tough competition behind him. A little bumping going on there with Bruno and Valdez. Now here comes the 1 car, James Glover, to the inside of Mackie Mongold, the 22. Now Valdez is going to try the outside lane here as they work their way off turn 4. Top 3 cars have formed a pretty good breakaway here. Steve Pilo's in some trouble here in the 81. Got it back together, though, and he'll continue. The battle on the track right now, boy. 4th, 5th, right, straight on back to around 10th, 11th spot. Bruno just trying to hang on there in that 71 car, getting a lot of assistance now from James Glover in the 1. Whoa, Valdez way out of shape down through turn 3. Mackie Mongold having to back out of it here. The leader's in some lap traffic. Here comes the 69 car, Jay Zolciak. Keep your eye on him. He's working his way up. And Marty Nikens in that 70 trying to follow James Glover through now. Glover's got some room inside Bruno going down into turn 1. He got him trapped in behind a lap car, Raymond Duffy. Bruno really losing some spots now. Finally gets around the lap car. Halfway signal is out. We got a battle going on for second again. Meyer in the 04 and McPhail in the 30. Going at it tooth and nail. Doug Hopper, though, at the halfway point. Big lead, half straightaway in the 15 car. Mongold and Valdez and Zolciak still going at it back here. Here's Nikens. He tries to get around the 1 car. Glover spins up the racetrack. Turned around the wrong way. May bring out our second. All right, field forming up behind the Dodge Dakota Pace truck from Dayton Andrews Dodge. Jack speeds it up. He'll head off the track and we'll get set for a restart here with 11 laps down. The question is, can anybody catch Doug Hopper tonight? All right, he got a great jump on that restart. Tom Meyer trying to hold on to second. Tim McPhail's there now, and here's Mackie Mongold on the charge in the 22. James Glover in the number 1, currently holding the 5th spot. Got Zolciak right behind him. McPhail to the outside of Meyer as they complete lap 12. Mackie Mongold there just waiting to see what's going to happen. Glover's car got very sideways coming off of turn 2. Hopper continues to lead the way here in the 15, and he has raced unchallenged tonight. Glover is now off the pace in the number 1 car. James Glover will drop out of the top 5. Meyer is still getting plenty of challenges here. McPhail still using the high line. Mongold down to the inside now, begins to challenge for that 3rd position. Leader Doug Hopper moving into some more lap traffic. He'll have Mark Moniz right in front of him. Hopper will get around both of those lap cars. Meanwhile, the guy on the charge, Jay Zolciak, he managed to get around Mackie Mongold, and now he's to the inside of Tim McPhail. And now getting to look to the inside of Tom Meyer. Zolciak in that 69 machine. Really making the charge there. Meyer gets a little wide coming off of 4. Zolciak's got a little bit of room going into 1. And Jay Zolciak moves up into the 2nd spot. Got a couple of cars getting tangled up here on the front straightaway. The 70 car Nikons takes a little detour down through the infield, pulls right back up on the racetrack. 2 to go. 2 laps to go. Doug Hopper with the big advantage in the 15. Zolciak nearly a full straightaway behind in 2nd spot. White flag out, 1 lap to go. Doug Hopper did not get a feature win all last year. Trying to bring home one here as we've got a couple of cars tangling up here coming down the front straightaway. They're both out of the way though. Checkered flag set to come out for Doug Hopper in the 15. And Zolciak will end up 2nd. And we got 2 more of them tangled up down there. The 64 car, and it just exploded a hose down there. While the starter stand. All right, here we go. First late model race of the new year, getting set to turn them loose here. 30 laps, the scheduled distance. And Mayor Bradbury waves the green flag, and watch out, we've got a big crunch and crash here on the front straightaway. Brian Lowe's car badly damaged here on the front side. John Wachtel involved. Tom Meyer, Dwayne Dempsey. Buddy Kelly went for a slide. A number of cars involved. So Bradbury up on the flag stand. Gonna hope they're paying a little bit better attention to him this time. The Dayton Andrews Dodge Dakota pickup truck will make its way off the speedway. Buddy Kelly and Wayne Jefferson to lead them down to the restart. Actually, to the initial start. Mayor Bradbury waves the green, and we're underway. Better start that time. Wayne Jefferson jumps out to the early advantage in the 21, and here comes the 22 of Sammy Coghill to the inside of Buddy Kelly. Taking over that 2nd spot. Johnny Stanford in the 69, looking for some room now for that 3rd spot. Brian Leverock right there. John Grimm running good tonight in the Rodan Fire Sprinklers car. Here's Coghill. He's got some room to the inside. Makes the pass for the lead going into turn 3 on Wayne Jefferson. Sammy Coghill with the top spot now on the Stone Buick GMC-sponsored Chevy Monte Carlo. Jefferson back into the second spot. Buddy Kelly runs in third. Johnny Stanford holds on to the fourth spot. We've got an engine letting go in the 82 car, Denny Neighbor Sr. And we've got cars scattering all over the place up there. Denny Jr. just about ran into the wall up there. Denny Neighbor Sr. on the 21. Buddy Kelly running third in the 66, and then the 69 is Johnny Stanford. Will line up in fourth. Brian Leverock in the 5. All Chevy Monte Carlos leading the way. And there's the green. We're back underway. Sammy Coghill in the number 22 with the top spot. Wayne Jefferson right behind him still on the 21. Buddy Kelly trying to hold off Johnny Stanford for third. A bit off the pace now in the 80 car up against the high side. And we've got Wayne Frankie spinning around in the 44, and he got hit by the 12 car of Bill Bryant. And Bryant's got a flat tire on the left front. He heads for the pits. Wayne Frankie has his car back underway though. All right, here we go. We'll start on Laverne Patrick looking him over. Green flag back out. We're underway. Sammy Coghill and Wayne Jefferson lead him down the back straightaway. Buddy Kelly's been able to hang on to that third spot despite some pretty hefty pressure from Johnny Stanford. Coghill opening up a little bit of a comfort zone between himself and Wayne Jefferson. And Jefferson has Kelly and Stanford just right behind him now. Brian Leverock in the 5, still holds 5th. Grimm is 6th, Wachtel 7th. Richie Anderson 8th, Blaine Moore running 9th, and Wayne Frankie in the 10th spot. Dave Schwindeman in 11th, the only other car running on the Speedway now. Schwindeman will pull off the 23 car to the infield. Apparently going to call it a night. Meanwhile, Denny Neighbor Jr. is back out in the 83. Now he's down a number of laps. Coming up on halfway, we'll have 15 laps down, 15 to go. Johnny Stanford making a move now on the 66 car of Buddy Kelly at the halfway mark. Stanford has that car working pretty good on the low side. Brian Leverock staying right behind him, but boy, Buddy Kelly is not letting go of that third spot easily. And Kelly will maintain it down into turn number 1. Good job of holding off Stanford. They'll lap by Denny Neighbor Jr. in the 83 car. Coghill still holding his own out front. Wayne Jefferson within shouting distance of the 21. Kelly again in the 66 is having a little trouble holding it down on the low side of the racetrack. Stanford, though, tries the outside line, got it sideways. Whoa, did a good job of hanging on to it, but Brian Leverock gets around him. Leverock makes a move, pulls up into the 4th position as Tom Chambers pulls back out. Well, he's only, let's see, 19 laps down. Involved in that accident on the opening start. Just out trying to get the feel of what might be the matter with the car so they can go back to work on it. Stanford's car's really loosened up on him now. He's dropped well back in the 5th spot. Lap car at Denny Neighbor Jr. challenging him at the moment. No problems for the leader, Sammy Coghill, as he continues to click them off here. Wayne Jefferson in a solid 2nd. Buddy Kelly still holding 3rd. Brian Leverock 4th. Sammy Coghill gets a 5 to go signal as he comes by this time. 5 laps remaining in our 30-lap late model feature event. All right, 2 laps remain, 2 laps to go. Sammy Coghill in the number 22. White flag will be out. 1 lap to go. And a checkered flag getting set to come out for Sammy Coghill, car number 22. He takes the win tonight. So Sammy brings Sammy the first late model feature win of the year. Still to come, the Q Auto Accident Attorneys Figure 8 feature and 2 brothers on as the Figure 8 cars pull onto the Speedway for their 15-lap feature event. That's right, they're expanding the Figure 8s to 20 laps this year. The drivers wanted to go an extra 5 laps, so we said, okay, that sounds good to us. Let's see, I think they're going to finally let him out of here.
Well, you know, Sammy's getting a little old.
Yeah, there he is, everybody. Sammy Coghill, your late model feature winner. Rick, take it down to you.
Sammy, not a bad way to start off the season.
Yeah, well, I kind of felt bad for those guys down that race, but I'd rather be lucky to do it any day.
Well, I'll tell you what, that thing didn't start off too good there.
No, it really didn't. I don't know who got in a hurry there. I mean, first night, there's no points or nothing. I guess everybody needs money. I don't know. I mean, we did too. But we're really looking for some sponsors. We had Diamond on here and stuff. Yeah. Well, Terry and, Stone Buick carry the brunt of it. So we can really use some help out there for anybody looking to get on a race car.
You plan to run the full season for the points championship this year?
Yeah, that's why we're here tonight, tuning it up, getting ready to go next week for the championship.
Congratulations on the win.
All right, thanks everybody for coming out.
All right, once again, Sammy Coghill, the winner of tonight's Elite Model Feature event.
Hills, Shannon's pretty happy about that. See how he does tonight. We're ready to go. Jack Russell is going to be looking for some high ground with the pace truck back there. As the green is out, we're underway. Old Wild Bill, he's cagey, sitting out front there. Uh-oh, we understand Bill Rivard may be dropping some excess fuel out of that car.
It appears Wild Bill's going to get something out of the rear of the car, some fluid or something trailing behind the 10 car. Looks like gasoline.
Well, no black flag as of yet, but boy, he is really dumping some gas out of that car, and that's not a good deal. Dean Workley's already pulled off into 75 as the black flag's out on Wild Bill. And he continues to really pump that fuel out the back of that car. So that's going to give the lead over, well, maybe to Ron Davis here in the 89. He's trying to get around Bill Gerhardt. They're side by side. Davis takes over the top spot. Gerhardt hanging on to second, but Chet Sinakosov's right behind him. Chet really wanted to win this race for NASCAR Nana as well. He may have a chance at it now. He gets around Gerhardt and moves up into the second spot, but he'll have a tough guy to try to pass in Ron Davis. Randy Larson's worked his way up from back in the pack. And he's trying to take over the fourth spot now from Gerhardt. Well, Gerhardt's got a flat tire on the 94. He drives off into the infield and he's scattering cars all over the place down there. And a 94 car comes to a halt right in the middle of the racetrack down there. May well necessitate a caution here. Let's see if they'll try to let him race around him here. Okay, they're going to let him try to race around him there. They'll just give him the caution, show him where the car is. Watch out in the intersection. Bobby Montezuma trying to make things interesting here. Now again, they can continue to race under yellow. Well, now he's going to give the red. Now he's going to give the red. Here we go, green back out. Ron Davis leading it. Chet Sinakosov, again, a man on a mission here, he says tonight. He's chasing Davis here. Mike Leacock and Randy Larson hooking up in a good battle for third. Mike got the car way wide down by the pit entrance. Jack Boswell makes a move around him, trying to take over fourth. Leacock gets down in the dirt. Ooh, watch out. Shannon Lengel and John Newsom banging together right there by Laverne. While Bill Rivard back out there, they put the gas cap back on the car and he's out there. Although he has lost some laps. 2 laps down for Wild Bill Rivard. Chet Sinakosov taking a look to the inside of the 89 car of Ron Davis. Good battle going on here for the lead, and Randy Larson is closing in on him at the same time. Sinakosov unable to keep the car up on the high side. He's going to try it again going down into one, gives him a little shot in the back end. Makes a good move this time down through the corner, gave him a little bump and got the lead away. Ron Davis going to try to return the favor here as they go down by the pit area. But Chet Sinakosov leads the way in the number 5. Davis again trying to close back in. He's going to have to keep an eye out on Randy Larson, though, in that 39 who's closing in on him. Sinakosov, a little tap from the 89 car again. Good battle for the lead. Things going to heat up here. Bobby Montezuma's going to back out of it just long enough to let the leaders go by and then split the needle there between them and Mike Leacock, who runs in the 4th spot. Sinakosov Car length advantage into the corner. Just past the halfway mark again, now going for 20 laps in our figure 8 races out here. 2 auto accident attorney figure 8s. And Bobby Montezuma's been the only car really to see any action in the intersection so far. John Newsom will here in a while though in the 69. He's showing some sparks, dragging an exhaust pipe on that machine. Watch it! Oh man. Now Sinakosov coming up here to lap Montezuma, and at the same time they've got Newsom zipping through the intersection. Oh man. Yeah, this could be a little interesting. Newsom thinks the better of it and hits the brakes. Wait for everybody to get by. Now he'll try to get through the intersection just in time. Here's Davis challenging Sinakosov again. Newsom in the 69 just took his car to the pit area, so he'll not be a factor anymore. Sinakosov opens it up, good 3 car lengths coming through the infield. Chet's teammate Corky Craver won that Auto Trader Street Stock feature earlier, and Chet trying to win another one here for NASCAR Nana tonight. Whoop, Wild Bill Rivard just popped a tire on the 10 car. It has not been his night at all. Left front blowing out on the 10 car. And Jack Boswell also pulls off on the backside. Through the infield they go again. 3 laps remaining for Chet Sinakosov in the number 5. He'll have to keep his eye out on Shannon Lingell in the 01 car. They've been getting a little close to the intersection. Oh, watch it here, watch it. Shannon thinks better of it, lays off the gas a while, and then makes his way through the intersection. 2 to go. Chet Sinakosov. Bobby Montezuma in the 17 will back out of it there and let the leaders go through. Chet Sinakosov with a clear intersection this time is going to see the white flag come out. 1 lap to go. As he sets the pace, watch out there as Mike Leacock slips through in front of Bobby Montezuma. And coming down to the checkered flag this time. Chet Sinakosov wins it in the 5-second spot to Ron Davis of the 89, 3rd to the 39 of Randy Larson. 4th will go to the 23 of Mike Leacock. And looks like Shannon Lingell is going to end up in the 5th spot in the 01. And Chet and Ron having a little friendly chat on the backstretch about the some of the earlier racing. And now Randy Larson getting in on it too. And they just don't know when to quit, right? All right, Chet Sinakosov brings the 5 car into victory lane, and both of NASCAR Nana's drivers get her a victory tonight. Well, she'll be smiling extra big over at the hospital, I'm sure, when she finds out about this. Once again, we've got 2 Enduros. Brothers Transmission's the new sponsor coming up. There's Chet Sinakosov. He's out of the 5 car. Rick is ambling over toward him from where he was watching the feature event.
It'll be more than 1 word, but Chet, congratulations. 2 for NASCAR Nana. Yeah, I'm glad. And then there's 6.
pretty good. You and Ron had a good battle there for a while.
Yeah, I think he thinks I cheated him a little bit. He went up high the first time and then went up high again the second time. I just took myself. That's where I needed it.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, there it is. 2 for NASCAR Nana tonight. Chet Sinikos is the winner. Tonight's Q Auto Accident Attorneys Figure 8. How many Enduros we got, Dave?
Well, surprisingly enough, only 38 signed in tonight.
Oh.
So we'll have 2 19 car, hat for his car. Laps the distance, 15 laps for the Enduros. They're not even going to keep the pace truck down there with Rick. He's just down there all by himself now. Here's the green and we're underway. Out to the early lead goes the 55 of Herman Brain. Kyle Brandenburger trying to make a move through there. Slick Reed, little sideways of the 60. 33 car of Tony Mineo, the one on the charge at the moment. Ooh, watch it. Oh, man, look at it. Oh, man. Herman Brame, the leader. Tony Mineo now in second. The 1X car, Bob Hall, has worked his way up as Kyle Brandenburg with all kinds of trouble in the 20. He's got a flat right front tire on that car. Tough break for Kyle. He'll have to head to the pits. Herman Brame still hanging on to the top spot. One of the guys having most fun out there is the 50 of James Ellershaw. He's spun around twice already. Challenge now for second is Bob Hall trying to get underneath Tony Mineo, take over that second spot. They bang around on each other out of turn 4. Well, a lot of those guys down there trying to drive through the infield, seeing if that's going to be any faster. So far, so good. Herman Brame still out front in the 55. Bob Hall trying to chase him down. Tony Mineo running in that third spot in the 33. Higgins' car starting to show quite a bit of smoke. He's a bit off the pace in the 76. The leader remains Herman Brame in the number 55. Got some slower cars they're going to have to deal with here. The 43 right in front of them with John Moore. Get around him in the 60 is Slick Reed. Watch out, Slick. Way up there high against the wall. Brame in a 55 and a Hall and a 1X are the two that are fighting it for the lead. And we go quite a ways back to Tony Mineo in the 33. Lead battle off the corner. Herman Brame still out there with it. They come by this time, they'll have 5 laps to go. Haven't needed a red flag yet. It's a pretty good race so far. We've got a good one for the lead here with 5 remaining. The 55 and the 1X look like they're going to be the ones to decide it here. Herman Brame has led every lap so far and been able to hold off all the challenges from Bob Hall. Tony Mineo is still a solid third as he's trying to get through some lap traffic with that 33 car. And I believe the 61 car of David Oschenwald is the 4th place machine right now. right, we'll be looking for the white flag this time. 1 lap to go. Bob Hall putting the challenge on Herman Brame now. We've got a lead battle here on this white flag lap. No lap traffic to cause him any problems. Hall gets a little sideways. Hang on. Just may have won it for Herman Brame as we've got our infield crew being chased around. The 55 of Herman Brame will win it over the 1X of Bob Hall. Third will go to the 33 of Tony Mineo. And fourth looks like the 61 going to get that, and then after that I'm not real sure. The 42 car of Dave Floyd was running fifth, and he got spun over there, so David Oshенwald will end up unofficially fourth in the 61. It's men's enduros tonight. Now we're tonight, Leroy Obermeyer, the fence man in the 96.
Something to stand by. Me and Tool Man Dave here, we're going to watch this one, and then we'll talk to him after it.
All right, green flag is out. We're underway. The 4T grabbing the early advantage. Bobby Wiedner. Everybody else sort of dicing up behind him. Car 54, where are you? Having a little slipping and sliding time there at Siebert. Still in the second spot, the 87 of Kurt Fisher. Oh, watch it down here in the corner. A couple of them getting hooked up, one spinning around. Oh, crunch time. See if they'll be able to get going again. Yep, we'll stay under green. The 01 got the worst of that, Ray Miles. The 97, the other car involved there, that was Bobby Trinnell. Whoa, problems here for the cars running second and third. They clipped each other coming down the front straightaway, but no positions lost, but a little time gained by the 44 of Roger Welch. He's picked up some ground. Leader remains the 4T of Bobby Wiedner. The 54 car of Ed Sieber in the second spot right now. Watch it here. Almost tried to do a little infield racing. Continues the 4T. Bobby Wiedner. That's Rocky Wiedner, excuse me. I tell you, I'm trying to read these names off here. Oh, man. Okay. Rocky's out front. Rocking and rolling. Rocky Wiedner in the 4T. Smoke out of Leroy Obermeyer's number 96 right now. Second place still being held by the 54 of Ed Sieber. The 44 car now running unofficially third, Roger Welch, and then right behind him, Jerome Watley in the 31. And a 77 now in fifth spot, Rick Tyndall. Just 4 laps remaining. The lead still with the 4T of Rocky Wiedner. Has made a pass here, picks up another spot in the 31. That unofficially will move him up to 3rd in the running order. 2 laps remaining now as the 4T of Rocky Wiedner continues to set the pace. Ooh, we got one spinning around here. 44 car getting the black flag after running up near the front. Roger Welch will have to take it to the pits. Here is your leader, coming by to complete lap 14. That should have been the white flag lap right there. So now Laverne picks up the checkered flag, and he'll get set to wave it as Rocky Wiedner is going to take home the win in the 4T as he slides her right up to the wall. Unofficially second, the 54 of Ed Siebert. And in the 31 of Jerome Watley for 3rd, and then the 77 of Rick Tyndall picking up the 4th spot. So Rocky Wiedner taking home the win here in the 4T. Again, this is all unofficial pending
Rocky, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Was it as fun as it looked?
I had flash.
It's almost fun running up front, huh?
I'm telling you.
You had a couple of close calls there in the last couple of laps with some lap traffic.
That's what makes it real fun.
And I called this guy Toolman Dave. Actually, his name is Herman. Is that right? Okay, I'm sorry. There's Toolman Dave on the car. That's what I went by. Is this Toolman Dave coming over here now? Okay, he drove another car, the 22 car. But congratulations on your run. Is that your first win? How many have you done of these?
My first.
This is your first Enduro and your first win.
Second Enduro.
Second Enduro, first win. Not bad, huh, Dave? Are you still awake up there?
Oh yeah, I'm just up here making sure that Jerry doesn't mess anything up.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, you got to watch Jerry. So congratulations to Rocky and Herman, our winners in our 2 men's Enduro. How many people did see? How many victory lanes do we have tonight, Dave? Never mind.
Oh, we had plenty.
Frank was in there. I just want to get that in.
Yeah, we want to make sure he went in. No, Frank did win tonight, yes.
What do we got next week again, Dave?
We got the women's Enduro. They'll be out with a regular show. And then, of course, in 2 weeks, the 15th.
He didn't want to go inside where he thought there was not enough room. Amos will move to the line. Oh, close. Too close to call. We're going to get the flagman to call that one. 42 of Doug Gray. Now it's street stock time, and hang on to your hats. This is going to be 20 laps of men. To our Legends Last Chance races. Laps. Some of these street stock guys have not run a competitive lap since last October. Vern gives him green. Hang on. This is going to be wild already. Spinning in the back of the field. Hirabrand at the number 91 loops it and spinning into the infield. The number 99 car of Ken Carter. Let's see those guys again to going again as they get restarted. Will stay under green. Leader going into the 3rd turn of the first lap is Heimgardner in the number 51. He got knocked out of the way by the number 5 machine. And coming to the lead is the number 5 of Corky Kramer. The 2nd place now comes the number 83 of Jeff Schlupp. 3rd place to the 19 car of James Everett. And spinning in the middle of the pack is the number 55 of Dave Sellers. He'll have to be quick to stay on the lead lap. Now these leaders are going to be closing up real fast on those drivers that are already almost 1 lap down as a result of the early spins, and those lap cars could really scramble things. Big move for 2nd place to Everett in the number 19. He comes to the inside of the 3rd place number 83 of Schlupp. 4th place is the pole sitter, Heimgardner in the number 51. 5th place is Leacock in the number 23. Then you have the number 3 cars in Earnhardt fan. Todd Murphy has come from 10th place. Now a 2nd spin by one of those cars that looped it on the 1st lap. The number 99 car spun and fell 1 lap down. Then you've got the number 57 car of Bobby Baldwin and the number 71 car being driven by Barry Bartlett. We come to green and the restart. You have a pair of number 5 cars out there. Corky Craver has the lead. Here's the attack for first place on lap number 4, being mounted by the number 19 of James Everett. Third place by the number 83 of Schlott. Fourth place by the pole sitting number 51 of Heimgartner. The cars come out of number 4. They stay pretty much in position. We watch Leacock as he tries to pull away from the number 15 car of Senecosoff, but Senecosoff is putting the heat on Leacock and trying to get a lap back. And number 55 is Sellers. Sellers down to the inside of Senecosoff, tries to make the move as we see a quick spin by the number 91 car of Garabrandt, and Garabrandt gets going once again. His embarrassment, no more than that. Oh, the 55 car is out of control. He's leaking something on the track. The number 55 car is leaking something. He has slicked down turn number 1, and the number 99 car has hit the wall, and the 51 car, our pole sitter Heimgartner, is now in trouble, and the 91 car is stopped on the track. That'll bring out the yellow, and he'll probably up the pace coming out of turn number 3 and 4, looking for the start of this contest. The restart out of the 4th corner. Green flag flies, and now the madness begins. For the moment, Craver pulls away by a couple of lanes, and second place remains in the possession of the number 19 of Everett. But the fighting is for third place, and there, just like a black number 3, comes the blue number 3 of Todd Murphy. And Murphy moves to the inside to get the 3rd spot, and back to 4th place is the number 83 car. Now it's seeing the number 5 starting to pull further and further ahead. Craver is getting a better advantage every lap, it would appear. And the fight is now in the middle of the pack, because behind those top 4 drivers that appear to be pulling further and further ahead, 5th place by Bobby Baldwin at number 57 is now getting further and further ahead of the number 15 car of Senecosoff and the number 23 of Leacock. In fact, there's the 23, rather the 15 car of Senecosoff trying to come to the inside of the number 57 of Baldwin. And Baldwin trips up the racetrack. Senecosoff tries to put the fender to him going into the 3rd turn of lap number 10, tries to make the pass and does not quite get it done at the cross flags being displayed. The fight is for position number 4, with the number 83 of Schlott staying ahead of the number 57 car, but Baldwin faces the challenge from Senecosoff. Senecosoff got a fender inside of him, just as the number 99 car of spun for 3rd or 4th or 5th time in this race. I lost count. Fight continues for position number 4, and we watch as Leacock in position number 7 holds on to his position into the pole sitter Heimgartner, and another machine is battling hard to the outside. Fight continues for the position number 4 now, as the number 57 of Sellers tries to come to the inside of the 4th place number 83 car being driven by Schlott. Wheel to wheel for the position going into turn number 3. Low side move by the 57 of Baldwin gets the position. Let's see if he brings the number 15 car of Senecosoff with him. The answer is yes. Now trouble is Leacock onto the 4th turn, got way sideways. Almost smashed the number 71 car of Bartlett. Bartlett to the inside of Leacock will get the spot coming out of turn number 2. We'll have 6 laps to go, and still up in front and trying to pull away in the number 5 is Craver. Second place is now a pretty good fight, as we see the number 19 of Everett running ahead of the number 3 car of Murphy. Murphy started in 10th, he's up in 3rd, probably has passed more cars than anybody else in this event. But still with a solid advantage on the backstretch of lap number 16. You have the number 5 car of Corky Craver looking to become the first street stock winner of 1997 here at the Sunshine Speedway. But how long is that lead going to hold off? I'm starting to get the impression that the number 19 car of Everett and the number 3 machine being driven by Murphy are starting to close up on the leader. We also have ourselves a fight for 4th place about a quarter lap back. As Senecosoff of the number 15 is all over the 4th place number 57 of Baldwin. Looking to the inside of Baldwin as Senecosoff. It'll be 2 laps to go this time by, as again the lead still held by the number 5 of Craver. And the battle is for 2nd place with the number 19 of Everett and the number 3 of Murphy. Those guys see Murphy go to the outside as Senecosoff a quarter lap back gets to the inside of Baldwin, who spins and almost backs it into the wall in turn number 3 and 4. Senecosoff has the position. Battles for 2nd place going into the 3rd turn of the 19th lap of the race as the outside move being put on Murphy in the number. Murphy puts the outside pass on the number 19 of Everett as they come into the white flag. It looks as if the number 5 of Craver has this one under control. What about 2nd place? Murphy in number 3 tries to come to the outside of the number 19 of Everett. Going into the third turn, they're both closing on the lead, number 5 of Craver. Craver's got to be quick to hold on, but Craver wins this race. Second place by less than a length goes to the number 19 of Everett ahead of Murphy. Fourth place will go to set of Kossoff. It'll be tight for fifth place for the number 83 of Schlapp, finishing just ahead of the number 7 car of Cooper. Now we have the first of our winner's circle prizes to give away. If we call your name, come to the control tower door here and we'll hand you your prize. We'll give away a group of 4 prizes to start out this winner's circle drawing. First off, we will give away the Ward of Kenneth. You have won winner's circle caps. Come to the tower outside of the steps outside of the tower. We'll hand you your prizes after the end of this race. Well, Newport Richie wins a patch along with Randy Ho of St. Petersburg. Randy Ho and Joe Gilbert, you've won patches. Come to the tower and claim your prize. We'll hand that out shortly. There he is out of the car, the winner of the street stock feature. First one of many to come in 1997. The winner of the number 5 is Corky Craver. Now we're set for the first of the Legends Last Chance races here at the Sunshine Speedway, and we'll line them up in this fashion. Your first row, 5 Pete Alexander and the 56 of the number 4 of Napier goes to the outside of the yellow. Number 5 of Alexander for the lead. Alexander back to second place in the number 5. Third place is Burmer in the number 33. Fourth place, the number 19 of Gilson. Last qualifying spot held by Ward at number 5, and on the attack, the number 9 of Cutie Senior as the 7th lap of a 15-lap race with the top 5 going to the main event. Alexander at number 5 holds on to the second spot. Burmer, recovering after that wreck earlier, goes to the outside to try to take Alexander for second place. 5-car fight for 4 qualifying spots to the main event, 2 through 5. Burmer gets second place in the 33. Alexander back to third place, the yellow number 5. Now's the battle of the 5s for third place. Alexander in the yellow number 5. Ward in the red, white, and black number 5. Spinning behind them, Reinhardt in the number 56 to see if he can get restarted. If so, will stay under green. The field is bearing down on Reinhardt, and so will come down to yellow. Reinhardt spun the Aqua. Here we go to turn number 1 of lap number 9. And we come into turns number 3 and 4 as we're just past the halfway mark of this event. We watch as the cars come storming out of that corner with the number 4 of Napier up in front. Second place, 33, Burmer. The battle of the 5s for third place. Yellow number 5, Alexander has it. Black, white, and red number 5 of Ward wants it. Fight for the last qualifying spot is between Gilson and number 19 and the number 9 of Cutie. Ward tries to go to the outside of Alexander. Cutie tries to go to the outside of Gilson. Neither driver able to complete that pass with 5 laps left to go. Now we come into turn number 2, storming down the backstretch. Ward tries Alexander for position number 3. Alexander and Ward almost get together in the third and fourth corner. Ward tries to make that difficult outside pass. The black, red, and yellow. Black, red, and white number 5, and he makes the pass. Now Alexander is in fourth place. And the last qualifying spot goes to Cutie Senior of the number 9, passing Gilson's number 19. With only a few laps to go in this contest. Coming out of turn number 3 and 4, we come to the number 4 of Napier up in front. The 33 of Burmer is in second. Third place, the Ward in the number 5. Then you've got the number 5 of Alexander and the number 9 of Cutie racing wheel to wheel for fourth place with 2 laps left to go. And spinning behind them, White in the number 51. He backs it into the infield. Will stay under green. He's out of the way. Now 3 drivers battling for the last 2 qualifying spots. The main event with a lap and a half to go. Cutie in 9 has 1 position. Alexander at 5 has another. Then you've got the number 19 of Gilson as we come to the white flag. Coming to turns number 1 and 2 of the last lap of the race, as Napier puts Smith 1 lap down. No, he won't pass Smith. He'll just let Smith stay ahead of him. It'll be Napier, Burmer, Ward, Cutie, and what about the last qualifying spot? There's Gilson trying to go to the outside of Alexander through turns number 3 and 4. Can't do it. Alexander will get the last qualifying spot to the main event by a half length. Alexander 4th, Cutie, rather 5th. Cutie 4th. Third place, Ward. Second place, Burmer, and the number We come to the green flag. DeFries gets no start whatsoever, almost messes up the entire field, and his son is going to spin as a result because the pole sitter was slow. DeFries' son, Steve DeFries, spins and stalls the car out. Now finally gets it back underway. 3/4 of a lap down. Thank you very much, Dad. The leader is the number 50 of Hummel, who could put DeFries to lap down, running almost 3 wide for second place. The number 25 of Dennis Ward, just out of Amos's number 9. Amos will come to the inside of Ward in turn number 3 and 4, battling for second spot, bumping with them through turns number 3 and 4, taking the second spot away as we finish lap number 2 of 15 in this race. So the leader is the number 50 of Hummel. Second place is the 9 of Amos. Third place now goes to Dennis DeWell to the number 28. Fourth place to the number 25 of Dennis Ward. Fifth place, Mike McGreevy in 17. Sixth place of the number 8 car being driven by Dennis DeFries. And now to the inside of DeFries comes the number 4 of Constantino. This is a fight for position number 6, one spot out of the transfer to the main event. Constantino moves the other DeFries car out of the way and bringing with him the number 36 of Coop. Pretty much nose-to-tail racing for the time being as we work down the backstretch of lap number 4 of 15. Leader is Hummel in the number 50. Second place, Amos in 9T. Third place, 28 Dewell. Fourth place, 25 Dennis Ward. Fifth place, last qualifying spot, 17 McGreevy. Sixth place is the number 4 being driven by Constantino. Then you've got the 36 of Cooper, the number 8 of DeFries, and then, of course, Steve DeFries, the last driver on the lead lap after his first lap spin. Battle for the lead. Outside move by the number 9 of Amos, trying Hummel for first place in the turn number 1 of lap number 6. Outside move by Amos. He slips up the track. Hummel holds on to the position. Amos does not give up coming into turn number 3. Amos and Hummel almost touch in 3. They bang wheels out of turn number 4. Amos got the spot by an inch going into the first turn of lap number 7. Consolidates the spot in turn number 2. Amos leads to 9. Second place, 50 Hummel. Third place is Dewell in 28. Fourth place, 25 Ward. Fifth place is the number 17 of McGreevy. McGreevy has the last qualifying spot to the main event. Closing on McGreevy, you've got the number 4 of Constantino and the number 36 of Coop. Dropping back is Dave DeFries in the number 8. Battle for second between the number 50 of Hummel and the number 28 of Dewell. Watching as the field moves hard into turn number 1, and now Dave DeFries, who had his trouble on the start, decides that he will drop completely out of this race, leaving his son still running at the tail end of the lead lap. Coming into turn number 2, bumping battle for second place between the number 50 of Hummel and the number 20 of Dewell. Closing up to make it a 4-car fight for the runner-up spot, the number 25 of Ward and the number 17 of McGreevy, dropping back Constantino with the number 4. And now Amos is slowed a bit coming out of turn number 2. Amos is pulling away for the number 50. Amos is in trouble. His car is off the pace. That makes it a 5-car fight for the lead. Instead of pulling away, Amos is struggling to hold on to the victory with 4 laps left to go. Attacking Amos for the lead on the outside of turn number 1 and 2 is Dennis Dewell in the number 28. Amos fights him off. Dewell stays on Amos's tail going into the 3rd turn of the 12th lap of the race. And there's McGreevy trying to go to the outside of Ward for 4th place. McGreevy will make that pass at the line. Now McGreevy wants to win this race. He might be able to use the outside line to come all the way to the front. Now that Amos has slowed down, McGreevy is flying on the outside line. Now that the number 20 of Dewell has taken the number 50 of Hummel for the spot, there's McGreevy up to 3rd place with 2 laps left to go. McGreevy may be the house of fire on this one after missing the feature last night. McGreevy is flying in the number 17. Lap and a half to go. McGreevy to the outside of Dewell. Amos in trouble, almost crashes. He's sideways. He's out of control. He spins out of the lead. And as the white flag flies, there's the number 28 of Dewell up in front. We'll watch to see if the yellow comes out here on the last lap. With Amos's car stuck on the outside line, we will come down to yellow. We'll come down to yellow and we'll have a 2-lap shootout to decide this makes the move and passes Coop at the instant that the green flag comes out. And now we'll go off in pursuit of Ward for position number 4. But we'll also watch the fight up front as the number 28 will go drifting to the outside. There's the number 17 of McGreevy trying for the victory in this one as the white flag comes out. McGreevy tries to make the pass on the number 28 of Dewell. Can't make the pass as McGreevy's car slipped to the outside. McGreevy went faster the warmer the tires got. DeWell drifts up high. McGreevy forced even higher. Only one shot for McGreevy to get the qualifying spot or the victory as they come through turns number 3 and 4. McGreevy tries the outside pass through turns number 3 and 4. He'll make the pass at the line and take DeWell for the victory in a big upset. The victory to McGreevy 17. Second place 28-1 for the Legends cars. Now it is time for the utter, absolute in the 1X of Bob Hall, the 9th row, Rick Burley in number 22 and Billy Thompson in 66. So again, they race 10 laps. At the conclusion of lap number 10, everybody jams on the brakes and just dead stops. As the field gets underway out of turn number 3 and 4, the absolute, utter, total, complete insanity of the he, she, and Durrell is being unleashed on an unsuspecting world. They charge into the first and second corner. They are 3 abreast, and the record has begun. 1, 2, 3 cars take each other out, and machines are destroyed all over the racetrack, but we don't care. We keep on running under green, and the car that got torn up is now going in the wrong direction. That doesn't matter. It's just good old clean fun. Now we watch the cars as they charge into turn number 3 and 4 of the first lap of this affair. And we'll keep them underway, more or less. And out in front, in the number 47, where'd he come from? It's Rocky Wiedner. Now we watch the second group of cars. We'll bring them down for a stop. Now we're stopping them because the driver has gotten out of the car in the infield. You can't do that. There is a very specific rule in this form of racing that you have to stay in the car at all times. So we're trying to get this situation under control, even for an enduro car, as we get back underway. Now remember, this is just the first part of this race, and in the second half we're going to bring out the women, have them run it. At the moment it looks as if the number 4T is in control. That's Rocky behind the wheel, but Rocky is not by himself as we work to lap number 3. Closing up on Rocky, you've got the number 31 of Jerome Watke, and then in third place you've got the number 42 car of Dave Floyd. Looks as if your fourth place car is the number 44 of Roger Welch. And then in fifth place, you've got the number 54 car driven by Pat Hutt. That's what the men are doing so far as they are trying to put the Billy Thompson number 66 a lap down. Uh-oh, we got ourselves a big problem. The 1X car has lost a wheel and then for good measure got hit by the 22X. The 1X is Bob Hall's car. The number 22X is the one that was driven by Rick Burley, and we'll have to go pick up the wheel as we tear him loose and turn him on. Now we see somebody that's smoking just a bit. It's the number 92 car. Well, he might not be able to see where he's going, but if he had a rear view mirror, he'd be able to see the brand new leader of this race. The number 31 of Jerome Wickley is currently in first place with the number 4T. Now back in second, and now dropping even further back because he almost spins the car, almost breaks the suspension on the rumble strips, does absolutely nothing as the 42 car bounces off the 66. And now let's watch as we've got ourselves a real fight for the second spot. That 4T car led all the way, but now Rocky is dropping back, and there's Dave Floyd looking for the second spot, and there's Rocky showing why they call him Rocky. They should call him Wally because he just bounced off the wall. And the walls here are made of there goes the number 42 car, was having such a wonderful run, more or less in third place. Now he's been passed by the number 76 car, number 78 car being driven by Doug Gorchak. And let's see what Doug's going to do now that he's got more or less third place. He's going to go after the number 4T of Rocky, call him Wally, and he shows why they should call him Wally because he tried to knock down the wall again. Now, in one lap's time, we're going to bring these cars to a dead stop, and then we're going to bring the women out and put them in these cars and see what they do in their attempt to try to make more sense than the men did. Coming through turns number 3 and 4, we're watching for the leader, the number 31 car of Jerome Weinke, to come across. Oh, the third place car just dropped out. Now the red has been put out. Everybody has to come to an absolute dead, total stop. And now let's see what happens. Valentine's Day music to accompany the change of the drivers. And it's a beautiful moment, ladies and gentlemen, here at the Sunshine Speedway as the female drivers rush onto the racetrack to replace the men. And notice that they're running a lot faster than some of the men were driving. There is the driver of one of the cars. Oh, it's the driver of this now second place car, who is Tammy Wilikowski, who has a pillow to fit into the driver's side seat. And the one that gets the whole shot is the 54 car. Got a great shot at the green. Is that for second place? In any case, the number 31 car holds on to the lead. I think we got to watch this 54 car, who may be able to make a good move through here, as the 31, now being driven by Sandy Heingardner, picks up the pace. Oh no, trouble! Big trouble as the 42 car spins and nails the 44. Facing in the wrong direction. Can the women get out of each other's way? The answer is just barely yes. Number 42 car spun, and Janet Sobey's machines peered the number 44, Melissa Welch. Saw something just like that at Daytona this afternoon. So at least they're just like the men in that regard. Well, the 44 car is pretty much out of the way. No, not quite. We'll have to come down to red and watch everybody nail the brakes. As I can tell, is on the backstretch, and while some smoke rubber on the front stretch, the backstretch guys are starting to get really interesting with the number 31 car drifting high and knocking the 54 out of the way. 31 holds on to the lead. As far as I can tell, the 4T is in second place as we come to lap number 13. 54 machine looks like is in second. The 4T is running in third. As we charge into the third turn, can the 31 car that drifted up the racetrack make it through turns number 3 and 4 with Sandy Heingardner behind the wheel? So far the answer is yes. And there's the number 54 car closing for what I believe is in second place with Liz Carver behind the wheel. Then you've got the third place fight, the number 4T of Tammy Wilikowski. Now this is a serious fight, and there we have the battle for the lead to the outside in 3 and 4. The number 54 car, Liz Carver, goes to the outside and promptly wrecks out the second lead car. They're hooked absolutely, totally together and headed toward the wall. They can't get out of each other's way. It's an absolute, total, ridiculous mess, but that's what this Enduro is all about. In the meantime, the lead car is more or less on the backstretch. That's the number 4T being driven by Tammy Wilikowski. The cars that wrecked each other, I stand corrected, is Sandy Heingardner. Now let's come back to the green and let's see the number 4T, driven by Wilikowski, can hold on here for the last 5 laps or so. Make that last 4 laps or so. Now those two women that ran into each other and got hung together, they're still racing each other for position around the tail end of the lead lap. And the leader in the 4T has got herself, I should say, old habits die hard, a good size lead. But let's find out how it's going to work out at turn number 4. The 4T may think that she's just ahead of the number 42 for position, where in fact for the moment she has a quarter lap advantage over the rest of the field. 2.5 to go, and the race for second place is now becoming a more or less non-race. So let's find out how these two are going to make it work here with only a couple of circuits left to go in this typically unusual boy-girl race. White flag will come out here shortly for the number 19, for the number 4T car, to see if she can hold on for the final laps of this contest. Is starting to get a little closer here as the 4T, driven by Wilikowski, is being pursued by the number 48 of Schultz. And Schultz is getting a little closer as we start the last lap of this race. Schultz still got one more lap car to deal with before she can take a run at the leader in this 20-lap two-phase Enduro. Schultz tries to close up. Looks like she can't do it through turns number 3 and 4. It'll be Wilikowski winning the race. Schultz will come to second, and I think third place will stay with the number 19, being driven by Grant. What about those two people that wrecked each other at the end? Well, they're still racing each other, and there was a bit of a position change there. This Legends race, as we celebrate the victory here in this he-she boy-girl Enduro, is the Logan family group over in Turks just fine. Keep it up here for about 3 or... I love the enthusiasm of Legends cars racers. Okay, folks, we got the camera on the Logans right now. Now you can go crazy. Yeah.